In 1638, there was a rebellion on the island of Mauritius, located in the Indian Ocean east of Madagascar, which became one of the most intense and memorable events of that time. The island of Mauritius was discovered by the Portuguese in the early 16th century but was later abandoned and practically unused. However, after being settled by the Dutch in 1598, the island became a strategic location for trade and travel between Europe and Asia. The Dutch established their colony on Mauritius in 1638, populating it with slaves and smugglers from all over the world. In no time, the island became a melting pot of cultures, traditions, and languages. However, the Dutch rule was harsh and unjust, which caused increasing discontent among the local population and arriving slaves. In the same year, inspired by news of slave uprisings in other parts of the world, the island's inhabitants united under the leadership of a charismatic leader named Ramadan. Ramadan was intelligent, determined, and had a unique gift of persuasion and leadership. Thanks to his qualities, Ramadan was able to unite slaves and some local people of different nationalities and religions in the struggle for freedom and equality. The rebellion began on the night of June 18, when a group of rebels attacked the Dutch garrison. The rebels used their knowledge of the island and guerrilla warfare skills to make lightning strikes on Dutch troops and then quickly disappear into the dense forests and mountains of Mauritius. Thanks to their courage and skillful leadership by Ramadan, the rebellion became massive, and more people joined the fight against Dutch oppression. However, the Dutch also did not sit idly by and resorted to brutal tactics of intimidation and torture to suppress the rebellion. The war on the island lasted for several months, and both sides suffered significant losses. The rebellion became such a serious threat that the Dutch government was forced to send reinforcements from Europe to suppress the uprising. The decisive moment came when Dutch troops were able to capture Ramadan in an ambush. After his arrest, Ramadan was executed. Despite this, his spirit and ideals continued to inspire the rebels, who continued to fight against the Dutch for several more months. However, in the end, the rebellion was crushed, and many participants were also executed or sold into slavery. The 1638 rebellion on the island of Mauritius became a symbol of the struggle for freedom and equality, and its history has been passed down from generation to generation. This event left a deep mark on the history and culture of the island, celebrated in folk songs and legends. In 1710, the Dutch left Mauritius, and in 1715, the island became a French colony. The French were also far from just, and during their rule, several more uprisings occurred on the island, which, although suppressed, still contributed to changing the living conditions of slaves and local people. In 1810, after Napoleon's defeat in the war with Britain, the island of Mauritius was transferred to British control. In 1835, thanks to the efforts of abolitionists, slavery on the island was abolished. Today, Mauritius is an independent state that takes pride in its diversity of cultures, traditions, and nationalities. Don't forget to push like and subscribe.